Today I'm going to talk about bullying. And just so everyone knows, I am a Christian, so I will put some of those views in. But even if you aren't a Christian, this is still a good video to watch just to be informed of bullying. Today I'm really going to focus on more girls than guys because guys just hit each other and get over it. Girls do more damage emotionally to people. And one thing that has come up in my life recently has been depression. And it's all new to me, so I'm not an expert or anything, and I really don't exactly know what's going on with me or whatever. But one of the reasons I think why I might be depressed is because of friends, which is a really, really big part. I'm a high school student, so this is the time right now in our lives that we need to be worrying about friends, who we let in our lives, who we let influence us. And you may be one of those people who think like, oh, my friends, they don't influence me at all. Like I am who I am. That's not true at all. And you're crazy if you think that. Because friends do influence you. I had this best friend since 4th grade who has been cruel to people, including me, and she influenced me a lot. She it was my choice, but she influenced me to do things and say things about people I wasn't comfortable doing without her. I mean, we would talk about people and gossip, and that's terrible. I mean, saying it out loud is as bad as thinking it. God still hears it. God still cares. That's God's daughter or son you're talking about. Another human being. Why would you want to torture another soul? God put every one of us on this earth for a reason. And if you can't find that reason in a person, that doesn't mean you should talk about them or anything, because they're good. That's somebody's son or daughter. That's someone's best friend. That's somebody's future husband or wife. But anyways, this girl, we got in fights all the time. She posted videos about me online saying how terrible of a person I am, and she walked in the schools talking bad about me, and that was just when we were friends. And she turned people against me when we weren't. It was harsh. And I went with her because she was pretty, and all the guys liked her, so if you hang out with her, the guys like you too. That's how it went. But she got mad if you ever dated someone she dated. And eventually I came to terms that I shouldn't be friends with that. I shouldn't get myself into that situation. It's damaging emotionally, and it's not good at all. She really hurt me. A lot. And that's just one friend I'm talking about. One of her other friends, one of my old friends, she's turning into that now. And it's scaring me because I love her to death. But she's getting into the wrong crowd. She's hanging out with the bad people right now. And I don't think she realizes how this is going to affect her. People make judgments on you in high school. People label you your freshman year. I'm going to say this right now. I'm not perfect. I'm not even close. And I might sound as a hypocrite right now. But I know how hard it is not to talk about people. To not say anything when you think you should. When everyone else is doing it, that you should be doing it too. But you shouldn't. Just recently, just this week, my friend talked about a cheerleader. I mean, I used to be a cheerleader, but I didn't really consider myself a cheerleader. But she asked me, which cheerleader do you think is going to get pregnant first? And I actually answered what I really thought. And that wasn't nice. That wasn't good. That wasn't healthy. And I'm apologizing now in front of everyone, I guess. It was wrong and I shouldn't have done it. It was cruel. And I don't want to be that person. I want to be a good person, and I need to surround myself with people who make me better. who do not bring me down, who do not criticize me. And you should put yourself in the same situation. Because you are loved. You may not see it at times. You may just want to push it aside. But every person you talk about, they have a chance of hearing that. Every time you think about someone, God hears that. Yourself, you let that inside of you when you shouldn't. You're telling yourself it's okay. And it's not. I'm just as bad as everyone else. I'm not saying that I'm perfect. I'm not saying that I do everything right or that I'm going to from now on. Because I'm not. I'm going to screw up like everyone else. But I want to try. And that's all I'm asking for people like you. I mean, it could just be that you don't know you're doing it. But stop and think. Think how this affects people around you. Think of someone like me who could be posting a video like this about you. You could be that girl who was my best friend since 4th grade. It's not worth it in the end. You are hurting another person. Do you really want to be known as that? And what if you run for president someday? And people from your hometown won't vote for you because you made fun of them. What are people going to think? Think about you in 20 years at your high school reunion or something. What are people going to say? What are people going to think? What are people going to do? Don't just think about yourself, though. Don't think about how people are just going to think about you. Think about how you're affecting them. Some kid could commit suicide or just hurt themselves because you hurt them. And when you tell someone to just give up, just to quit, who is that helping? Because that's definitely not helping you. And if you're one of those people who are thinking about suicide and hurting yourselves, don't. You're gonna get through this. Believe me. I'm going through the same thing right now, and I'd love to hear from you. Just breathe. Just pray. Just read. Don't let those thoughts into your head. Know that you are loved. Know that I love you if you can't find anyone else. Even if I could hate your guts, don't agree with anything you say, I love you. Because God loves you. And because your mom and dad love you. They might not show it all the time, and you might not know it, but they do. Your mother cares